Ever since the simmer started.
Mondays. Monday morning, if I wake up for school, my alarm goes off at 7. Hit snooze a couple times though. Usually my parents run downstairs if I'm late getting up and grab me by my hands and feet, drag me through my basement and take me upstairs. By the time they have managed to get me onto the table, they start feeding me my daily cereal. It's usually Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's my favorite. About midway through my feeding session, I wake up and I'm like, what is going on? And I freak out and sprint around my house, noticing I'm late, and grab all my stuff and I head out the door, get in my pickup. I end up getting to school around 7:59 on good days. Mrs. Hunter is like, oh, Chandler, you made it to school on time, yay! And the whole class stands up and applauds for me. The day then drags on up until lunch, and I eat my lunch. My lunch table consists of Jess Droman, Casey Troyer, Dylan Hutchins, Bo Hess, and Justin Farrow. No, it doesn't. And Drew Duff. And Seth Cardenas. I'm sitting there, and Dylan's usually like, hey, Chandler, you got the math done? And I respond with, who do you take me for? Your mother? And he just looks at me and starts crying. That happens every Monday. Next, I go to math class where Dylan just sits there dragging on and on about random stuff, so I don't get my math done. And Dylan just leans over all the time talking about how Cam Newton's the best quarterback ever, Kendrick Lamar's the best rapper ever, which we obviously know it's Eminem. But he sits there just constantly rapping right in my ear. After math, I am forced by my girlfriend to walk all the way down to the choir room and then back up to Doc Raj's room, which is a good 2 miles or so. That's what it feels like at least. But I say, that's my daily exercise, right? Paying attention in Doc Raj's room is very hard as well because I have Trace Mulligan to my left. And Trace Mulligan, all he does is crawls around on the floor beside me. For some reason, I never know what he's doing, but we've kind of gotten used to it by now, you know? I just don't know what to do, really. You know? After 7th hour, the bell is rung. I escape the school, and I get in my truck and practice karate right there. Usually no one sees me when they do. They just nod it off, you know? I then take that truck, usually go off a couple ramps just to have some fun. I usually get home and say, hey Mom, what's for dinner? And she always responds with, macaroni and cheese, darling. I'm like, what about to drink? And my dad zooms into the kitchen and says, a warm glass of milk, young pup. I then say, ooh, golly gee, I'm so excited for that, but why did you call me young pup? And he says, nothing. I then finish my dinner and sprint downstairs to where I start working on my homework all night. After I'm finished with my homework, I lay down on my bed and listen to some rap music to get me pumped up for my bath. My bath water is ready by then with all the bubbles in it. And I hop in for about 4 hours. Then around 2 a.m., I decide, wowzers, I really need to get some sleep. I'm going to go to sleep. And then I go to sleep. That's my Monday.